That was it. I did it. Oh,
Great.
throwback. Throwback.
How we doing? Hello and welcome to Adventures in Arrowknee. My name is Brad. I'm getting feedback from a couple of different spots. There we are. Hello and welcome to Adventures in Arrowknee, episode 178. My name is Brad fucking Randall. I'm here to run some Dungeons and fucking Dragons. What that's really going to look like is we're going to have a great adventure where we fuck around, find out, see what the hell there is to see, and have a wonderful adventure to talk about afterwards. If you are watching this from home and you are like, wow, I'm way too baked for this evident vodka and cocaine energy, that's okay. You can pause and then like slow it down or put it to like a 0.8 or 0.75 speed on YouTube. That said, we're having a gosh diddly wonderful time. We've got a couple of different folks joining us today. First off being myself, Brad fucking Randall. I'm going to be running today's game in theory. In practice, what that will look like is we've got a whole cast of crew. We've got Joa, who I'm going to start with here. Joa, could I have you please introduce yourself, describe your character, and also state for us if you had to pick one flag, any flag, state flag, country flag, group flag. I don't give a gosh diddly. One flag to rework. Which would it be, and what would you rework it to?
Cool. Hey, hi, it's Joa. I'm gonna be playing Avilas, who is wizard but with swords. So that's fun. If I had to rework any flag, trying to think of. I hate to point it out just because they're so like neutral all the time, but I think Switzerland could do a lot better. Their flag is just. I mean, nothing wrong with simplicity, but I feel like it's at this point just almost lazy. Of like we just drop, a cross, like a plus sign on our flag, and that's it.
Mm.
You can maybe put like a watch on there, some chocolate. I don't know. Switzerland, they have a lot of stuff.
Mm. And could you please describe your character for us as well?
Yeah, he is an Eladrin wizard, blade singer. So that makes things very fun all the time. Yeah. So he's just been hanging around, being a good boy, doing things.
Oh yeah. Looking over towards Ben, could I have you please introduce yourself, describe your character, and also state for us one discontinued or recalled item due to danger that you would like to A, bring back, or B, have donated to a random, if you could specify the group.
I'm gonna start with the discontinued item. It's got to be lawn darts or whatever. I think they should be donated to the Congress and Senate picnics next year when it's warm enough out for them to play on lawn darts.
Right.
They can play catch.
I love that.
Anyways, I'll be playing Bert. He is my Azamar Emberkith. He's a paladin. He's a handsome man. He does a lot of one eye winking at people. Thinks everybody's into that. So
I feel that.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Nice. Looking now over to Blue. Blue, could I have you please introduce yourself, describe your character, and also state for us if you had to pick one pickup truck to drive unabashedly. We're talking like full on, like 2 lifted truck with like maybe too much, like a light bar on the front of it. I don't know. Like what overdone truck would you want to drive around?
Gravedigger, the monster truck. Right? That wasn't even a question. At first I was like a Tonka truck, like one of those like little kid ones with the car batteries in it that you can drive around your yard. And then I was like, no, let's make it cooler and put skulls and shit on it. I'm Blue. I made a new character for this game because I got too excited. Nah, maybe I got just enough excited. So I'm playing my first tiefling in Arrowknee. It's a wizard boy. Probably sad. I don't know. I haven't even made a personality for him yet, so we're going to make that up on the fly, which I'm not good at. That's all I got.
All right. Looking over to Carl. Carl, could I have you please introduce yourself, describe your character, and also state an open-ended word of wisdom for us all?
All right. So I'm Carl, and I'm playing my Drake Warden, Dragonborn Drake Warden, Garrick Norlin, and open-ended words of wisdom. Sorry, all I got right now is Frank Zappa going in my head. That just is not a good place.
Google Assistant, please play Heavenly Bank Account. Alexa, please play Heavenly Bank Account. Siri, please play Heavenly Bank Account. All right, Frank Zappa. It's good shit. It's a great song. Could you please introduce yourself and describe your character?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm Carl. I'm playing Garrick. He's my Crystal Dragonborn Drake Warden. Who's got his goofy yellow lab Drake.
Mm.
Yep.
His dragon acts like a dog.
Oh yeah.
I love
It's
that
the thing.
song.
It'll jump up on you and lick your face.
That's so cute.
That sounds
Yep.
just like Stan. Looking over to Nick, could I have you please introduce yourself, describe your character, and also state for us one podcast, one esoteric, strange, off-kilter podcast that makes you think the unthinkable thoughts from the void that you would recommend. I would please love to hear about that podcast as well as your character.
Sweet. Yes, I'm Nick. I today am playing Rando Fleshblood, an orcish rogue who's a bit broken. He's very fun. He's like a roadman, and I like playing him.
Is he broken mechanically or internally?
Itemly. Yeah.
Everything.
I have to go with what you described. I'm gonna go with Welcome to Night Vale. I've told you about it before, but everybody should check that out. It's literally just D&D hooks for 30 minutes. And it's very good.
It also has romance and a 3-headed dragon
Yep.
and creepy old ladies. It's got everything.
Exactly.
So we're going to start today's game in Lucky's Tavern. For those that don't know, Lucky is an off-blue half-elf. He is usually dressed in a wonderful suit. He has a generally salty and, we'll call it perturbed disposition. As you'll note, when you're making your way into his tavern, he's not exactly kind to his visitors. However, he does supply them with drinks in large supply, and folks seem to like the atmosphere here despite the regular insults that he gives them with each drink. You'll see that a small halfling is walking its way in. Oh, hey guys, I just wanted to... And you'll hear as a very large boot kicks this small halfling, Ruggy Dug Duggy, out the door. This large boot appears to be attached to a rather large red dragonborn by the name of the General. He is looking a bit worse for wear since those here might have last seen him. He's been on a couple of hunts recently, and you think he might be looking to do some quest giving in the future. That said, the off-blue half-elf, Lucky, is slinging drinks. Oh, look, the vagrants are here. Oh, how is everyone? It's been a minute.
I'm fucking good, mate. That fucking bloke, kick him out. He owes me 6 pence. Get him back in here. Fucking tell him to pay me up. You captain of the guard just gotta fucking kick people out and fucking owe me money.
I'm sorry, Ruggy Dug Duggy owing someone money is not grounds for him to enter this establishment. He owes everyone money and is not allowed in here regardless. I can't allow that. I do appreciate the rhetoric, though, and I do thoroughly appreciate the hustle. That said, if you wish to collect, you will need to go collect yourself.
Right.
There's a reason that we have a kill on site.
Yeah, fucking take his money on sight. That's what I do. Tell you that much. Bring him back around here. Fucking get him down and get him out. You know what I mean? Give me a beer.
You could do both at the same time.
Mead.
Lucky will give a half-assed look around. Oh, you were talking to me with that tone of voice. Oh, Sorry, it sounded like you were talking to someone diminutively for a moment there. He's gonna snap his finger, at which point a drink will fly its way off the shelf. You'll see a little bit of green liquid inside of a shot glass. Lucky gives you a knowing smile and says, "Oh, drink up on the house."
Right. I slam it.
Con save, please.
Natural 1.
Gotta love it.
Yeah.
Oh no.
First roll. Fabulous.
Get him out of the way now.
As you down Grannies, you taste the wonderful feeling of apple sliding down your throat, just as the entirety of the Akashic records are thrown directly into your face, breeze past it, and all which is unknowable becomes known and then unknown. Your brain tries to process and forgets it in the intense stupor that you brought into. You feel an extra dimensional experience. You're dragged outside of your body, dragged outside of this realm. You feel the you with a capital Y, the pinball inside the machine, leave just a couple of moments. You look around and feel nothing, see nothing. This is the time before you were born and after you die. You feel bliss. Just in that. You see a ship. Very small captain with a tricorn saying, "I said I want this dead! 3 grand a head! That's right! I'll pay 3 grand for anybody willing to do it! Oh, there's a guy over there." At which point you're snapped back to reality. Look, there goes gravity, and you are on the ground trying to figure out what exactly the fuck just happened. Wonderful. Anybody else have any wonderful ideas for today? Any as sassy, witty remarks? I'm feeling vindictive. No, just general conversation.
Nothing today.
None more than usual.
I would appreciate a beverage.
Oh, you'd appreciate. Oh, all right. Any particular variety that you'd like?
Oh, White Russian.
White Russian, of course. He will procure such a drink for you. That'll be 2 silver, please.
Very well. Here you go.
Oh, thank you. He's gonna slap it on over to you, bada bing, bada boom, and just like that, you've got yourself a White Russian. He is looking around, and you'll note that he is a little off. His ears click back for just a moment, and you'll see his nose twitch. Something's off.
Do you want me to just be here, or do you want to summon me in somehow?
That's a great question. What would you prefer?
I come up with something fun. Throw me in whenever.
All right. And through the roof, you'll note that Damien does plot in here. Damien, you were just riding a rather strange-looking wyvern by the name of Stampy. This son of a bitch goaded you into trusting him, behaved, was calm, was almost mellow to you. Just as your new friend Larissa had mentioned that Stampy likes to give rides, Stampy had put on an entire farce for you in that moment. Stampy had misled you and dragged you into the skies where Stampy was king. In that moment, you fell, not to your death, but through the roof. Oh, I don't have a ladder. I can't. I'm sorry. You're going to need to pay for those damages. He says, looking over to you, Damien. And we met.
No, probably not. But if there's a pretty red-skinned woman with animals, don't trust her. She's mean. She's very mean. Ow.
Are you talking? That title actually applies to a lot of folks around here. That said, your advice holds firm.
Yeah. Look, I don't have any money, but yeah.
Oh, it's refreshing to hear. You're looking for work, I take it? He nods.
Fuck. Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. I'll see if I can get you Does anyone know of any jobs that need done around here? You'll see the small halfling from outside is trying to claw his way through the window. Not with a ball pit! At which point the halfling leaves.
Oh, my bait, fucker.
Could have used a ball pit when I fell into the fucking roof, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, you could have used a ball pit when... Sorry, that was about to get vulgar. He's going to look over towards the three-quarter drunken man, snap his fingers, at which point... I'm still blanking on names. Rando, you will be alerted back to full lucidity. You are snapped back to reality, feeling full-on gravity, and let's just say, in the words of Ed Sheeran and Eminem, it's one of those nights.
Oh shit, you got Plum got rid of my drunk, mate. I was enjoying it, you know it?
I don't like you.
That's fine. Not a lot of people do. Is it just me, or is it everyone from Broken Claw, huh? Fucking drug dealer.
That's a great question. I'm sorry, what did you just say?
Nothing.
That's what I thought.
I don't think anyone really knows what he's saying all the time.
At that point, you'll see a strange doorway open up behind Lucky, through which you'll see a couple of hooded figures, TMNT style, Changing Mutant Ninja style, will emerge, grab onto Lucky quickly. He's like, and then pull him through this doorway. The doorway closes, and the bar is unattended.
What was that?
I think he had somewhere to be.
Generally, it's a den of sins, but that seems like it might have been... I mean, I wouldn't put it past him. That seems kind of...
It seems like if you talk about it beforehand, that could be something that could be arranged.
Yeah. You take those with his mates.
A couple of moments pass, and
He has a lot of those.
the main door swings open. From nowhere, a carpet rolls out. This is a black velvet carpet. You'll see a gentleman in a nice, decadent suit. He smells strongly of cigars and brimstone. He walks in with the air of confidence that you've not seen in him. Actually, nobody here, I don't think, has actually encountered Serp. This man is, he's got deep red skin, piercing yellow eyes, and a wide grin that seems to set off a couple of alarms in your head that this man may be up to something rough. He looks around to the bar before him. You'll see he snaps a finger, at which point several of the drinks that are on the shelf fly towards the table, mix themselves, which is something you haven't seen performed before in this bar. You've seen things fly off the shelves towards Lucky, but he always prepares them himself. These are mixing on their own, at which point they make their way in towards a rather large cup, pour themselves into a rather small glass. Two pristine ice cubes are procured from seemingly nowhere, drop their way into the glass, and make their way to this man. He smiles widely to the room, almost to no one in particular, and says, "Hi there, how we do?"
Be a lot better if I fucking drunk, mate. Can I have one of those drinks, huh?
Hell yeah. You looking for work?
Wow, how convenient. I fell out of the sky and then everything I need just shows up right in front of me. That's crazy.
I
Yeah.
bet you did.
Yeah, you see the whole... Yeah.
All right, just calm it down. And over there, I'm gonna get you a drink. You looking for some? You looking for a hard drink? You looking for a soft drink?
I was just hoping for a mead. Fucker went and gave me the fucking strongest whiskey he ever did have, and then they'd knocked me clean on my ass, and I fucking lay in there having a good time, and he decides, oh, he's not going to be drunk anymore, to snap his fingers, and I'm sitting there like, come on, mate.
I think your lack of articulation might lead others to believe you're not intelligent. However, I do see the soul behind your eyes, and I do appreciate it. If you do wish to sell it at any point, please let me know. That said, I will make sure you've got a wonderful drink. He snaps his fingers. You'll see he looks over to you for just a moment. A couple of bottles fly forward, pause, make their way back over to the shelf, and then fly forward again. You'll see whiskey and amaretto are poured into the same glass, at which point a couple of round bits of ice, these are little discs, are poured in. For those at home, this is known as a Godfather. Made its way over to you. It's a very sweet drink. Drink up, friend. If anybody here is looking for work, I've got a couple of jobs that I need done. He's going to snap his finger, at which point a rather short, duck-looking person runs up. You'll hear a from this rather small gentleman. He's got a rather large clipboard and a bunch of writings in a language strange. For those that don't know, the song Gaiuti by Fish, I recommend all 12 minutes.
Do I trust this guy?
Great question. Insight check.
I want to do one. I'm gonna do one too.
Okay, I got a 28.
No, you
14.
don't. There, if you roll above a 5, this man is not to be trusted.
Got it.
Yeah, yeah.
This guy's everything that the yellow-eyed demon from Supernatural should have been. It's just a problem.
I love this character.
I drink the drink.
You happily drink the drink. It tastes great. It's like it tastes like the juice from maraschino cherries mixed with just wonderful alcohol. It goes down real smooth and leaves a rather sweet aftertaste. Almost makes you want to drink a glass of water.
Yeah, it's good stuff, mate.
I thought so. You seem like a bit of a sweet tooth.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I'll fucking do work for you if that's what we're doing, but that's about it then.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Are you offering money for work?
That depends. Are you?
I mean, I'm in need of a few things. That's a different conversation, but I made a hole in the ceiling, so now I need money.
I'll get you some money. He looks to the group, snaps a finger, at which point a piece of paper from this rather large clipboard that the small duck folk is carrying flies off the clipboard. It makes its way towards everyone. You'll see that there is a pen procured. This gentleman, Serp, he'll gnash his teeth for a moment. He doesn't usually smile very wide, but you'll see his teeth are just a little pointed at the canines. You think, almost similar to a vampire, you think there might be some vampiric lineage involved there at some point. He bites on a finger, puts it against the ink pen, and then moves it over to yourself. Sign in my blood. I can make sure you get paid for the work you done. I'll make sure you get paid what's fair. Loot will be determined based on what we acquire. Feel me?
I see so many loopholes in this. Where do I sign?
Right on the dotted line.
I sign the paper.
You successfully sign the paper. You'll note that as you sign, you were expecting like some flames or like a little bit of smoke from the signature, but it's actually surprisingly normal. A little underwhelming.
And what exactly is it that we'll be doing, supposedly?
Escort mission of high priority personnel.
Ooh.
Okay.
Sounds interesting. I'm in.
I'd like to read the entire contract.
The entire contract basically goes to actually give me an investigation check. I want to make sure you can actually understand that shit.
Yeah, that's fair.
The backhanded comment.
I should have done this, but I was too excited.
I got a 17.
Okay, all right. You're taking a look through this thing. It's pretty solid. It essentially just says a very long, drawn-out version of "Don't fucking kill him and don't screw him over, or your ass is grass." It spells out a bunch of very big names like Asmodeus and Dispater, and it seems to really just be a who's who of names that you hear people that are signing contracts. Kind of like when you go to a courthouse and you swear on that tax-free book club thing.
Right. Yeah.
It's just like that.
So I'm just signing that I won't hurt Serp in any way, whether emotionally or physically.
Correct.
Fine with me. I'll sign it.
Yeah, I'll read through it as well. Investigation for reading it, 23. Then I will give it a sign.
It has a clause for pregnancy.
There's a story there.
Oh my. Sure.
Yeah.
I got a 10 on investigation read contract.
The portion in crayon, very interesting. Actually, really piques your interest. It's at this point that you're almost tempted to comment on it. It seems as though people are seeing different things on the contract from one another.
Okay.
Fuck, now I want to read it. Too late. It's fine.
Bert the Paladin has a 16 on investigation.
Bert the Paladin, you're taking a look at this thing. It seems to almost be staring at you in an extra dimensional sense. You see a rather large, crude writing that says Hrungir was here. Something about him needing to be in a game and capping off a certain arc about a certain character, about a certain slayer. Yeah, sorry, I've been away for a hot fucking minute. I had some personal shit to get done, and it's done. And
Have you even met Bert?
haven't.
Oh, Bert's fun.
He's very fun.
Bert's all smiles.
I love that. I love that for everyone.
Well, Mr. Fiend. I don't know if I can sign this per se. I'm willing to help you because I want to help my friends. Like I don't want them to get hurt and I don't want them to die. I don't know if that's going to complicate things though.
He's going to take a look at the contract. Goddamn, I guess. Snap his fingers, at which point the contract will be fixed. You'll note that it seems to have a lot of weird wording about a vehicle warranty. I'm going to need you to sign that.
So I didn't see any terms that would give rights to murder and or slay and or.
Correct.
Okay. I give him. I take another look and make sure I'm not going to get the old screwy by a fiend as a paladin, and I would sign if it checked out.
This deal smells so fucking bad. It don't smell good. This guy's he's when you were in Paladin Macaroni class and they were getting you to make little bracelets and necklaces with little Paladin propaganda on them, they were warning you about this fucking guy. This guy.
This
They
is
were
the guy
like-
from the Dare program videos.
Yes. This is the guy that they made Dare programs to stop. When they let the whole time. That said, all the red flags are going off to the point where you almost feel gaslit. You almost feel like it can't be possible. It can't be possible to
It's
throw
so
everybody
over
off.
the top. Mr. Serp, I mean, do you see what you're looking at? Like, I can't do this.
I think you can. I think you're gonna. Unless you got a better idea. I'd love to.
You just need us to take care of somebody for you, correct?
Something like that.
And you're willing to, and I kind of do a little swirly finger around to pay everybody here what the travel is worth at the very least.
I'm willing to pay people here based on what's recovered. Now, if we don't acquire anything, we don't acquire anything. Shit. I take half, you feel me?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not worried about the percentages and stuff, but it seems like there's some clauses in here where if you were to do anything dastardly, let's say, we have no repercussions.
That is correct.
Yeah, I have a strong feeling this guy's going to ditch us wherever he takes us, but that's, adventure. You feel me?
That's how it works usually.
Yeah.
Now, I can understand where you might be used to hanging around certain omnisexual beings that would take you on adventures, fuck off partway through, show up halfway through just like they saved the place, and then walk you way back and pay you for fucking didn't acquire the money yourself. But I ain't lucky.
Where is Lucky?
I got an appointment.
Yeah, his fucking mates
Yeah,
came
I
and
told
took
you
him.
that. He has
Yeah.
somewhere to be. Yeah.
Mick, why do I feel like I'm walking into the tower? Or not?
Oh man, another one of those.
Rock hard place. Is there anyone else that needs to make a decision? Or was I the last?
You are the last, good friend,
Oh,
I
Jesus.
believe. Could be wrong there.
No, I think he is.
Yeah.
Indubitably.
I finished the drink that I would have had before Lucky was swept away. No more amendments?
No more amendments, addendums, and or add-ons. I will not be endorsing this contract. Feel me?
All right, I got to keep my friends alive. And I signed in his blood, I think it was.
Which is quite interesting.
And so as you've all signed and as it's in my blood, we are all bound to the contract. He's going to make his way around. He's now stepping off the carpet as his shoes hit the ground beneath him. They burn just a little bit into the wood beneath his feet. Somewhere out there, off in the distance, you can just hear, "Did he fucking burn my goddamn floors?" And just
He laid
ringing
down a
through.
carpet first. He stepped off it, though. I don't know.
That's old time. That said, you'll see he's taking a look around, taking stock of the room. He's gonna make his way towards a back room, open up a door, and then, as you see, he's in a back room with some canisters and containers. He's gonna open a second back door that you didn't see prior in the room. He's bumping against a wall or something, at which point a panel pops out. He makes his way into a further back room and starts messing with a lamp back there. Come on in, bitches. We got some planning to do.
Hey, whatever, man. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
So as you make your way into this back room, he's laying out a map. He's blowing a couple of things clean. This seems to be a very dusty room. He's got a very small box, a small vial. He's pulling out a backpack of some sort and a couple of old maps, one of which says West Marches on it. You're not sure exactly what's going on there. He puts down a map that says Beholden Enclosure, as well as you'll see there's a couple of points drawn on there, but he plops down a small cube and says, "All right, now this thing right here is a box full of weapons. See, what's going to happen is this bad boy's got some weapons. It's got some tools inside. Now, what I need someone to do is sneak this in on them. And this right here, he's going to pull out a potion. This is a vial of enlarge reduce. Seems to be modified to fit objects. This right here is going to be used to pour on that bad boy. Bigger, those will be usable once you're in the thick of it. Now, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing a rescue mission. There are people who are enslaved over in an area known as the Beholden Enclosure. I want them free to myself, as I'm sure you can imagine. So what we're going to do is we're going to send 2 people in undercover as undercover slaves, about to be sold for misdoings. We're going to have an additional person escorting myself personally, and we're going to have 2 more to recover a certain item that I have on my docket. Now, there is a very specific scimitar. It ain't magic, but it's old as shit. Rumor has it it's from before the war. I want it. I want to sell it. So I need to go up there. I need one person to escort me in there and make sure everything's all setty and spaghetti. Man. And then I need 2 people. He points to the potion and to the equipment. Sneak in, take the peanut butter and jelly and mix them together, and then bada bing, bada boom, you got yourself a slave for ready to bust the hell out. Now, what we take and what we acquire, that part I'm not super sure about. We're going to be walking into a rather interesting den of sins, not to be confused with the one downstairs. We're going to be doing some trading. I'm going to have to talk about some matters that ain't okay. And I need y'all to be.
What kind of matters?
I'm going to talk about buying people. Not going to be okay. They might know me. I don't know how that.
You know,
We're
I've
gonna
been
make our
bought
way.
fucking 4 times, mate. I've owned some people too. Well, they was cool, you know.
Yeah.
You know what this helmet is, huh?
I understood none of that.
This helmet I'm wearing, you know what this is?
I don't.
Well, let's just say I get in there, grab that sword, and I'm fucking Beckett Lucky's waiting on you, right?
Sounds like you're a wild card.
Hey, you want somebody to steal? That's in my fucking particular set of skills, mate.
All right. Well, I need you to go get that sword, and I need someone else to make sure you don't catch my drift.
Yeah, that's fine. It was 2-man team anyway. Whoever was scum, I'll take care of both of us.
Everybody's getting cream. No one's considered. A Biggie Smalls reference for anybody listening.
I mean,
What a
I'm good with
strange
whatever.
I'm okay at being sneaky.
I think
I'm
fairly
very
decent.
not. But I can
have,
disguise myself really well.
I'm fairly good at sneaking. Yes.
Hey, you come
Yes.
with me, then.
All right.
Mr.
He's
Sir,
good.
if you're going to be, are you going to be as garish as now as when we enter? I mean, are you going to be this audacious?
I'm going to be dressed just as I am now. They'll be expecting me as a VIP.
Then I will have to be your guard, because he's in full plate mail with flames rippling off of him. He is glamour weave plate mail, so I don't dress down either.
All right.
He's probably best when they've got on you anyway. He's a lot stronger than the rest of us.
What position does that leave me in?
I got a few jokes for that, but I'll let you decide.
Bert throws his first wink out. Yeah.
I think of what he was saying is you and Garrick's going to have to act like slaves and get in there and arm a slave and bust him out, yeah?
Okay.
All right.
All right. Sounds good to me. We're going to get this show on the road. Please follow me over to the teleportation circle. Don't tell Lucky I let you back here. He will change the layout of the building once he knows I've been in this room again. He's on a little vacation right now, and he's going to make us.
Is your place we're
Agents
going?
of S.H.I.E.L.D. Tahiti.
Yeah, shield heat.
Is your place we're going like the same reality as the one we're in now?
It's not.
Oh fuck! All right, well I'll have to meet you at the fucking portal after I get a sword.
All right. Well, we'll have a great time. He's going to take a couple of moments, step out to the initial back room that he'd made his way into, interact with a portal. He's going to pull a large golden skeleton key out of his pocket, put it inside of a hole, give it a twist, and then you'll hear that the portal makes a new sound. No one seems to have interacted with it in this way. At which point, a large green swirling mess is in the center of this rather large ring. Looks to be the exact midpoint between Stargate Atlantis and Rick and Morty. All right, get on in. We're gonna undo some work.
Right on, photo it. Let's go. I run through.
Me too.
All right, then. Off we go.
I
All right,
walk
all right.
in.
What'd you say, Carl?
No, I simply just walk in. Everybody else is sort of like running in. He's like, no, do not.
Does
run."
not simply walk in the portal.
All right. You'll all successfully make your way in. At this point, I think it's a good time for a 15-minute break.
Yeah.
I would love that.
Portals are
What
like
is it?
sideways lakes.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it.
Dun, 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 dun.
I fucking love Bring It On.
Ah.
Break it down.
We back?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Finishing them off.
So we are back with episode 178. 170? Is it 178? I think it's 178. I can never keep track of what episode we're on. It has nothing to do with the memory loss that I've experienced as a result of numerous concussions from boxing and MMA. It is also not really. So we're back with episode 178. We've got a wonderful cast and crew. We just went through a portal to a place to do things. It's going to be a whole time. I think we're going to have a marvelous adventure. Serp, you'll see, is escorting everyone to a rather large, bustling hub of people. Seems to be set up outside a pyramid, or it's not quite a pointy pyramid. It seems to be a set of steps or like a jagged pyramid. I'm not sure exactly what that's called. Picture the ones found in Central to Southern America. That said, I just lost my train of thought. That said, you're looking at a hustling group of folks. There's and I forget which two of you were going to be going in as undercover slave slash.
Me. And I think Carl. I think we got stuck there.
Yeah.
Serp is going to snap a finger, at which point collars will appear on either of your necks. The ties to said collars will go back to his hand. He's going to snap a finger, at which point a cup of tea is procured inside of his hand as well. The other hand, I should say. He takes a low sip, swishes it around in his mouth, and swallows as he makes his way up to looks to be a sorting area. Picture like a ticket booth at like a fair, a Superdome type deal.
What kind of tea is that?
Are you asking in character?
Yeah.
It's Earl Grey. Good stuff.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. All right.
Need your
You may
teas.
continue.
I'm aware. He's going to look around, take a couple of moments, and then look back over to yourself. I'm sorry. You're the help here, friend. Shuffle along. He's going to take another look over towards Bert. Act the part. Your assistant. You nod, and then you look stern. And
Yeah, I've got that one covered.
and my split offs, we're going to get inside, and I'm going to send you on an errand. Do you understand?
Yeah, I got it down
Yes.
pat, mate. I'm on it.
All right, here's my card. He's going to hand you a card that looks like it's his. As you grab onto it, a little sheen, like it just wafts over this card. There's a glimmer of a map underneath. It shimmers just right. Hold it in the light just right, and you'll be able to see where you go. Asks you a question, tell me, right, I'll found some sand or figure something out. You don't know me after this. Understand?
That part's easy for me. Following maps and
Hmm.
stuff ain't as easy. So here you go, and I hand it to Avilas.
Thank you. Thank you, yes.
So he's going to look towards the group now. You're going to make your way over towards the ticket area. You'll see there's a rather large gentleman with looks to be like a conductor hat or something going on there. He's got some wide shoulders and pretty beefy looking arms. His round glasses and gray beard almost take away from his muscular physique. From the neck up, he looks like a cheerful Santa Claus type. You know, you should be doing Santa Claus impressions at the mall. That said, when he looks to you all, you'll see his eyes grow stern. There's a shing that goes across them quite a lot like a early 2000s anime. Tickets, please, he says, as Serp procures several tickets, all of which look to be glimmering gold, whereas the ones you'd seen prior were pink or white. VIP will be making our way over to the buying and selling district. I've got a couple. He's going to tug on the leash. I've got a couple I need. Get off my hands here. Can you point me in the right direction, fella? Oh, right this way. He's gonna point over towards a couple of folks marked. You'll see they're wearing like rather large jackets. Those are ushers. Please make sure to be quite nice to them. You'll see these are rather large Loxodon looking folks. They've got long trunks, large elephant like ears, tusks, and pretty stern dispositions as well. This doesn't look like an area to fuck around in. That's something that you're also noticing. There are a couple other folks that seem to be bringing in companions like Serp has, and they seem to be commanding a very similar level of presence. His eyes lock with another figure off in the distance. You'll see this is a gentleman with slick back hair and a golden necklace and a purple pendant. He's got a squirrel on his shoulder. Serp gives a knowing nod, at which point the nod is returned. He's going to mutter under his breath, "That was a parlay." That'll be over to Bert. "You see that man again, you let me know, you understand?"
Just a nod.
He's going to make his way over towards a main area. It seems to be where drop-off is happening for acquired persons. I got 2 here. You want to put him in with General? I'm looking for General Wright. There's a couple of folks on the receiving end. You'll see that they are pulling out manacles to put onto each of you.
Can me and Avila
for-
split off?
Yes, indeed. Please make stealth checks.
Natural 20. Plus 11. 31.
18 plus 9, 27.
Good job, boys.
You know that movie Invisible Man where the guy's not quite invisible?
Yeah.
That shit.
I'm also holding on to Avilas's coattail so as not to lose him.
All right. You guys slip in and out of here like a couple of kids running away from security with fried dough after just stealing it at a circus. That's very personal. You're making your way around a bend. You'll see that on the card itself, there's a map leading you towards what looks to be an executive office. You think you might be stealing from the bigwigs. Now, for above the table, we're going to be doing A plot, B plot, and C plot. I will try and make it to everyone evenly. If folks feel like they have not had a point to do their thing, please either message me or speak up. I want to make sure time is shared here. We will be splitting the party that is intended. I will not be punishing you for that. There are DMs that do that. That shit's weak. Just have an imagination. Keep track of more shit. And here we're moving. So we've got the 2 peeling off to go do some looky-loo. I want to see what the 2 of you are up to. Give me a perception check, please.
5.
22.
5 will see that you bump into a couple of folks that are looking to be brought over towards the containment area as well. You'll see they have sullen looks on their faces. They look frail, malnourished, not long for this world. There's a rather loud barking from a couple of the Loxodon over by the containment area. They've got rather large spears that look to be zapping whenever they make contact with someone. You're not sure what exactly is going on there. You think it might be like some lightning damage or something like that. But you'll see one of the people tries to make their way away. This is a rather small tiefling man. I want being held. He tries to bustle his way out. He makes it about 5 feet, at which point he is zapped, shakes for just a couple of moments, seizes and drops to the ground, his mouth frothing. They don't pick him up.
Just keep moving.
All right. You make your way around another couple of bends. You'll see there's a food service area. They're selling, you name it, on a stick. Looking at bats, you're looking at hot dogs or chicken. This seems to be a rather non-standard area. Making your way over to the executive section, though, you'll see a couple of folks bustling around that you haven't seen before in terms of anatomy. These folks are floating. They have one center eye in their body. They have a rather large mouth where a torso should be. They don't have like a separated head or chest for the enthusiasts out there that really like spiders, this would be similar to a cephalothorax. Now you're looking at a couple of these folks. You'll see they've got protruding eyes dangling. They've only got 3, and rather thick arms protruding as well. For the folks at home, this is similar to a beholder, but not quite. Uh, Picture like there's a demon, and then there's a tiefling, and then there's a human. In this case, there would be a beholder, this thing, and a human, if you feel me. What would you like to do?
I'm completely taking your lead, Joe.
Oh, cool. No, I mean, I would have kind of studied the map at least beforehand, because I don't want to be, constantly looking down at the map. I feel like that'd be more suspicious.
I want to see an investigation check to study the map.
Yeah. 16.
16 will see that you are able to recount most of the pointed details there. You might need to refresh your memory for specific details if you're looking at signs or names. But other than that, you've got a pretty good head on your shoulders with regards to where this building's at. Now give me a history check to recount those details in practice.
Also a 16.
You'll note that you are able to make your way over towards the executive area entrance. There is a rather particular office towards the center that seems to pique your interest. This is the one marked with the sword. Funnily enough, it is titled Fiddith's office.
Is there a window?
There doesn't seem to be. This is a rather large containment area. You'll note that most of the walling is done with stone. Are there any dwarves in the party?
Nope.
Nope.
Yeah, it's good stone. It's good stuff. Really solid rock. This is a rather low area for the folks of human size or larger. Especially for the locks it on, it doesn't feel like it was intended for them. You think they might have been maybe an afterthought for security, but these floating folks with the dangly eyes or whatever the fuck, they look perfectly at home here. You see a large you'll see a large doorway that appears to be closed. There's a couple of Loxodon standing beside it. One of the floating bad boys makes their way up, presents a metal chit, which the Loxodon nod to, at which point they make.
Can I get a good look at the room as the door opens?
Investigation check, please.
7.
Solid 7. You see the coffee maker in the background. There's a couple of solo cups going. Doesn't look too magnificent. Looks like every works break room.
Do you think we need to get one of those to get in there?
Yeah, I bet we could grab one off of somebody.
All right, well, I think you might be better at grabbing things off someone without them noticing than me.
Right, I'll give it a go. Should I go for one of the floaters?
Right.
Right.
Just as you're...
Can I insight
Aiming
check the crowd to find the most gullible beholden? Or the most easily stealable from?
You've got a couple of good ideas. There's this one guy over towards a corner that looks to be wearing most of these floating figures, I should mention, are not wearing clothing or carrying objects. When they pull an object out, it seems to be from their mouth. Now there is one particular one that's wearing a cloak, seems to be a real edgelord type, classic pizza cutter, smoking off in a corner and trying to avoid sunlight. There's another one that looks to be rather roid ragey. And the most particular being here with a chit that you'll notice, Doesn't seem to be quiet about it at all. What I mean by that is this very small halfling seems to be bragging. Oh boy, I'm just so thrilled to go into the executive area. It's perfect for me. Me and me alone. Ruggy Dug Duggy. Holy shit. I worked my way up, saved all my pennies. I had to kick 3 old ladies for this. But by golly, I am so excited. I hear they've got the best pornography back there.
Does he seem powerful?
No.
Can I like grab him from behind and slit his throat?
Yes.
Cool.
Would you like to make a check for that? I will just let you do it.
No, I'll roll
Okay.
for it.
All right. This is a
attack
Ruggy Dug
roll.
Duggy. They're like Kenny around here.
All right. Yeah. That's 22.
Give me a stealth check to hide the fucking body that you've just created here.
Uh-huh.
I'll assist.
Okay.
Anything that I can, I will assist.
Yeah, I'll roll advantage. Nice. 25.
You pull the classic. As Ruggy Dug Duggy slowly falls back, embracing the sweet release of death. I was so excited. Oh my goodness. At a point, you see the light fade from his eyes, and he, oddly enough, turns into a pile of ash, where you're used to the Ruggies of your dimension turning into flames or whatever. This seems to be based on an older draft, almost as if somebody has a habit of recycling games.
Look at Avilas and say, "That went so much better in the cafeteria of the Underdog."
Yes. I heard about that. Yeah, wow.
And we could probably go to somebody else now, yeah? That's a good little...
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to take a look over to the folks entering the slave containment. This is Damien and Garrick.
Yep.
You two have been shuffled into a holding pen. They've zapped a guy nearby. Dude didn't get up. It's scary. They seem to be barking orders. What you've been able to discern is there is a general containment, and then there is a 2-step process. Step 1 is the evaluation process, whereby your value is determined. This is a betting-based process. If somebody bets high on you, that is your value. If they don't, well, you are valueless. Those that have high value are able to be done with what they fit. You'll see a couple of the vendors around are purchasing folks with the intent to either have them compete in what's referred to as a gladiator arena, or they are purchasing them for personal use elsewhere, perhaps as a farmhand or perhaps as the unethical reality that is actual.
Can we tell what constitutes as valuable yet?
From what you can glance, it seems to be a strong arm or a quick wit. There are some
Okay.
folks around that look particularly nervous. Those ones you see seem to be getting a little less attention. It's the sullen types are those that look especially broken, or broken in, I should say, that look to be getting the best rate. The focus amongst the buyers seems to be with longevity in mind, or with the case of a rather large Loxodon who appears to be missing a trunk. They seem to be purchasing gladiator-looking type.
Okay. And where are we in this process?
You were in a line. You're about to be put up onto a small pedestal to be bartered for. There's a couple of folks ahead of you. You'll see there's a layman that makes their way up. This is a lion-looking person. This gentleman is rather wide, bright white in fur, and looks to have a few scars of battle. Couple of bids go by. It's pretty hot and heavy amongst the bidders, and you'll see that he sells for 200 gold. They put a sword in his hand, and he's sent over towards a gladiator area. He looks tired. Another day, he says under his breath.
And Serp has left us at this point. He went to wherever he fucked off to.
Correct.
Okay.
So, stay together or split up?
Well, we're in line together. I think moving would be a bad idea.
Keep it moving, you fucks! Get on the fuck! And then there's a couple of moments that go by. You'll be brought on towards the pedestal area. Some bidding goes by. You'll see that no one seems to be taking particular interest in Damien.
Yeah, I expected that.
There's a couple of bids. One for 2 silver, another one for 13. Seems to be an okay bidding rate. That said, Serp has taken the liberty to remove your items from your person.
Yeah, so I can't do anything. Yeah. Okay.
One particular buyer has your eye. This is a gentleman with a slick back black hair. He's got a golden pendant and a squirrel on his shoulder. He seems to be keen on purchasing yourself. He gives you a knowing smile, almost as though there's a joke that you're not quite in on, but he's expecting you to get.
I'll wink at him.
He will wink back. The aftertaste of coffee is now in your mouth. The strain.
All right, fair enough.
Over to Garrick. A couple of bids go by. It's actually a group of children that win you. They seem to have pulled together a set of allowances, one of which, dwarven child. For some reason, you get the feeling his name is Timmy. Seems to be chanting something along the lines of "Blood for the Blood God! Blood for the Blood God!" At which point, you have been purchased as a gladiator for 3 silver. They're looking to get you in towards the gladiator arena. They hand you a cast-off sword, no armor, and send you on your way. You're propped up next to a guy by the name of Stan. Looks to be a little kobold gentleman. He's standing just a little too close to you, and you think that might be on purpose.
Yep. Mini-me very well.
A couple of more moments go by, at which point the two of you are brought into a general holding. Looks to be an in-between. You have received markings. These are large necklaces signifying where it is you're supposed to be going after this. There's a place your bets, and collection over by the... Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it's a rather weirdly organized area for such an immoral set of deeds. It's within this holding area that you've been notified that you would want to do your deed. At which point, Serp is with Bert. Bert, you'll note that Serp is making his way over to a viewing booth. He's bringing you over towards this booth itself. He's snapping a finger. There's a plate of grapes that are brought by. You can eat from them, but make sure I get the first one. Got to keep up appearances. But no.
No, yeah, nothing said. Just a glance down.
The booth that you're inside has some walling that raises around you. You'll see that this gives way to a rather large open gladiator arena. There's a couple of things going on in here. Most notably, you'll see that there's a rather large red ooze. Looks to be an unfinished plot hook from an old game. Fighting against a couple of folks. You'll see that there's one rather large dwarven guy. He says something about his name being Thorin. As he pulls out blades and begins spinning like the Tasmanian fucking devil. At which point, there's another lady claiming that her name is Ivy, throwing rocks into the crowd as gifts, and then pointing up towards the moon, which is still visible in the daylight, just given the lunar cycle. And at that point, a bit of light reflects off the moon down towards her. This rather large red ooze is shivering in fear. Where you think I should be betting, good friend?
That lady's going to destroy everything in this place if given the opportunity.
I can agree with that. There's a bardic-looking gentleman with them. He seems to be writing everything down and trying to persuade his way away from this encounter. Um, he is referred to as Conroy by the dwarven gentleman who's trying to get him to do anything at this point. Uh, he doesn't seem keen on action here. But the red ooze takes the shape of a rather strange gray looking gentleman that moves a little jarredly, takes a couple of moments, separates itself from the goop, and then runs for the stands. Thorin, the dwarven gentleman, takes a look over and says, "Don't let Bill get away." Gentleman makes his way over towards the stands. At which point, as you're looking over to the stands, on the other side is another booth. That seems to have a couple of rather large figures floating. These are beholders. These are proper floating, multi 11-eyed beholders. They are laughing very loudly as food is quite literally shoveled into their gullets from a couple of servants nearby. These are large Goliath-looking gentlemen. Um, it's at this point that you notice that there are very, very few women in this area. You're not sure what's going on with that, but the Beholden seem to be enforcing something strange here. A vile monster. Sexism.
Fucking hell. It's
Right?
the worst place. Selling people, that's one thing. Sexism? God. I'm being sarcastic. No one yell at me.
Yeah, all these things are immoral. These are just bad people doing bad things. Got opinions on the goings on, he says to you, Bruce. Bert, Jesus.
On what's happening here right now, seems standard fare for people who like to live in the dark.
I mean, in general. I'm looking to make some moves in Arrowknee, and I don't want to overstep.
Oh, I think you misunderstand my coming here. I'm here to make sure my friends don't die chasing whatever toils they've decided you can provide them. I won't help you. I'll make sure nobody kills you because I'm sure that we've signed something away where we go with you if you die.
I fear your innocence will lead you down a path that is not necessarily survivable. Pray that I'm not the path.
I'll say the same to you.
Fair enough. I got a question.
Yeah.
Is a man better measured by his intents, his action, or his memory?
The measurement of a man is typically by other people. I could state that I've done numerous good deeds for the entire world, but if somebody doesn't see them as such, then I'll be measured by their view of the world.
Hold consensus above correctness?
Hmm. Can be interpreted in several ways. Once again, what I view as correct might not be the consensus, and what you view as the consensus, I might not view as correct. We all have different morals, and the morals are pretty much the arrow for a man. You follow them if you can. You step aside if you need to.
There are three types of truth in this life. Objective truth. That's the tree fallen in the forest. On the ground. It's there. There's no... And the experiential truth. Whether or not you got to see it. Figure out if it made a sound. And then the functional truth. Story that you tell after and decide to agree with. Neither of these truths are above one another. Mistake is immortal to value them. They're merely different sides of the same object. I fear that your focus on experiential truth might muddy the waters. immediate objective of your friends. Do me a favor and see to it that that doesn't get them killed.
Agreed.
Good man. He's gonna snap a finger, at which point, rather large pile of fried dough. This is like 4 layers of fried dough, each of which has powdered sugar on top. It's fucking best. It's greasy, great fair food. You can tell that they didn't give a gosh diddly shit about the ingredients involved in this. Probably gonna give you cancer like 2 weeks after, but it's fucking. He takes a bite. I love food at places like this. You can feel the care that they give it. I wonder if everybody here feels like the hero of their own story. He looks down at the people fighting in the gladiator arena. I bet they do. He's gonna look over at the booth now. I wonder about how the hell did they sleep at night and who they are and what.
Are they discernibly different than the other creatures around?
He's now looking over towards beholders in the stands.
Oh, okay.
These
All
are
right. Oh, just the other private area.
Yep. You think they'll get what's coming to them?
I think everybody eventually gets what's coming to them.
Are you the man to...
It might be longer than some other people's lifetimes, but eventually.
Are you the man to make that call, or just swing the axe?
With the cock of the head, he would look down and say, once again, it's a matter of determination. It's either self-determination or obfusious determination. Whether somebody tells you to do something or not, you are still the man to swing the axe. Whether that man is yourself to swing the axe and tell yourself to swing the axe. Once again, the determination is all in the matter of the storyteller. I could say that somebody told me to do it. I could have had an epiphany. And then you could say, well, that epiphany is an otherworldly creature telling you to do it. So the axe swinger is the axe swinger. The decision maker, it's all a matter of perspective.
I like that. In theory. I'll get back to you about how I feel about it in practice. I'll try looking at the world for a bit.
But today I'm your axe swinger.
Good man. Popping over to our thieving crew. What do we got going on with that fucking sword? You are a bit closer now towards the room that you've been instructed to get towards. This is marked Fiddith's office. Fiddith, I don't think you guys have encountered him personally. He's a little known around Arrowknee as a resident necromancer of concern. This area seems to have rather particular care given to it. As you'll note that there is a heightened guard. As you're making your way in towards this private area, the classic little messy break room from work that you're expecting to be on the other side gives way to a beautiful mahogany interior. They pulled some sort of magic BS to make this look uglier from the outside just to dissuade any sort of intruders, but this is fucking decadent. Every bit of metal is either gold or iron, and every bit of wood is solid mahogany or a cherry.
Mahogany doors. Are we sneaking? So we've gotten to the door.
Yes.
And the door's opened for us.
Yes.
Did we just walk up, or was it a sneaking affair?
That's a great question. How would you like to approach that?
What do you think?
I mean, I'd say we have the chit, so like I think that's really
Let's
the
just
only way
act
in.
like we're supposed to be there, and if anybody
Exactly.
questions it, I'll fucking yell at them and make them piss.
Ruggy Doug Dougie, says the Loxodon looking down at your shit. You ain't giving me a splitting headache, but I ain't gonna argue with it. On your way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We go in.
You go in, you'll make your way towards the holding area for this sword. There's a couple of hallways going around. There's a lot more of these floating beholder types. Which point you'll see one of them is walking with a cat. It seems to have 6 legs and 2 tentacles protruding from its back. Very large. Looks to be about the same size as your average humanoid. A bit bigger. It looks and makes eye contact with Rando. It looks over to you, Rando, and gives a deep growl, at which point the floating person holding onto its collar gives a you'll see a couple others around here. They seem to be using displacer beasts as guard animals.
Right. I am wearing a cloak of displacement. That might not look great to those beasts. We gotta find a sword, man.
Yes.
Do you want to make your way
Conflict is-
straight there, or
I'd say we don't want to look too suspicious if we walk right up to it. That's going to probably raise some alarms.
Yeah, but I can get us out like so fast.
I mean, is this sword like behind anything, or it's just kind of sitting there? Like, what's the deal with it?
it is labeled as inside of this room. You make your way up towards a doorway labeled Fittith's office. If you'd like to make your way inside, you can to take a look at where the sword is at, but that's about as much detailing as you've got.
Yeah, I think we go in. Not much else we can do at this point, I don't think.
Just act like we're supposed to. We go to the office.
Make your way into the office. There's a creak of the door. You make your way inside, and you'll see that there is a letter written by looks to be a gentleman by the name of Analius. Seems to be a callback to another campaign. You think this might be some sort of a trap, as it looks a little dusty and unopened. Above the table, this was a glyph of warding that he used some extended stuff on. Literally Unabomber fitteth. It was a great encounter. But you'll see there's a sword on a mantle just above a fireplace. It is labeled Slayer of Gods. A decadent scimitar. It has jewels inlaid on the handle, as well as a wonderful crest. Looks to be made by a family of dwarves. This one looks to be particularly calling themselves Pops. You're not sure exactly what's going on there, but the handle where you'd expect wood is actually made with looks to be a bone of some sort of animal. This is exotic in make and looks invaluable. There's a couple of other things around the room. You'll see various taxidermied animals. Where you're used to seeing taxidermied animals set up in a display of calm or tranquility, these are all looking panicked. This guy just has a sick, twisted joy in just making animals look terrified for the rest of their existence. There's a couple of things on a desk. There's a couple of letters, one of which is labeled from Rugus Duggus. Another one's labeled from The Ageless One. Yeah, there's another labeled by Ruggy Dug Duggy. Another one labeled from Grandma. Above the table, this is an entirely different dimension, so his mail might not be worth looking through. Take that how you will.
Just
This is
grab it.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, there's nothing too much else of interest here, so I think we just grab and go.
You ready?
Yeah.
I'm waiting for him to grab it.
All right. At that, we're going to make our way over to our folks being sold. It's at this point that folks are looking to get you two split up. There's a couple of ushers making their way over towards Damien, taking you over towards a holding area. And then a couple others making their way over to Garrick. You seem to be brought over to get armed, whereas for Damien, you're not sure what the future might entail for you. It's at this point that you're about to split that you realize that the peanut butter and jelly are on separate persons. You might want to combine them sooner rather than later, Captain style.
I don't know what that means. I don't know what Captain Planet is.
Oh, Captain
Oh.
Planet, he's our hero. He's actually going to take pollution down to 0.
He turns people into trees if you've
Cool.
seen that particular version of it.
I've seen nothing.
Captain Planet, for those that don't know, was I want to say late 80s, early 90s bit. It was a cartoon that was very aggressively working towards fighting against pollution. It had a cast of children that would unite, point their rings towards the center point, and summon a hero called Captain Planet. It was parodied in an episode of Rick and Morty with a character named Planetina, both of which are really worth looking into and very fun media.
There's also a Captain Planet miniseries on YouTube with Don Cheadle that
Yes.
I highly, highly recommend to everybody.
It is incredible.
It is a parody of the show it's so good.
With Don Cheadle?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Was that the Dave Chappelle one?
It might have been, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Anyways,
GIF example in Game Room 1 right now.
Fuck. Yeah, if you guys haven't checked this shit out, you guys can get into our Discord. That's a whole fucking thing. I recommend it. Actually, if you're listening right now, like and subscribe if you haven't already. That's a thing. We're real exhibitionists here. We really like being on display for other folks. So like, give it a like and subscribe. Somebody in the chat here is like, "What the fuck is he saying about me?" I'm making this shit up. I don't speak for anyone but myself. That said, like,
Well.
subscribe. It's a great time. But yeah.
yeah, that's the one.
Mhm.
So, you want to plus them and mine them, these bad boys together?
Yep.
Yeah, what are we carrying? Do we
Small box and a little potion.
small box and a little potion?
Pour the potion on the box. You think it might be a fun time?
Make things go fun.
My spell block.
Do what needs to be done.
If we fucking do it, yeah.
Bada
Ooh.
bing. Bada boom. You pour some liquid onto this box. It grows to 10 foot by 10 foot. This is a shipping crate just by surprise. Front door pops open. Your items magically appear on you, at which point inside of this box are visible weapons, all of which look to be a +1 or higher in value. The folks around you look a bit confused. They seem to be looking for direction from someone giving them a call to action.
What are you
Go ahead and
just
yell,
doing? Just standing there.
You're up.
Take
the-
something.
At the gear up and take something, you'll see that a couple of folks are rushing inside. They are grabbing onto what look to be a set of tools inside, like classic bolt cutters. They're tossing them over to one another, breaking chains. A couple of the Loxodon are running over with electrified spears. At which point,
Right.
you'll also hear an alarm. Doesn't seem to be triggered by yourselves. This is a breach of an executive facility. There's a beep, 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 beep. The Loxodon Guardians look confused as shit. They're not sure whether to respond to the issue going on with the folks in the slave containment area or if they're needing to respond to the executive area. It's at this point that for Bert, your companion smiles. All right, looks like it's showtime. He's going to pull out a very small piece of paper, hold it up towards the sky. Take care of it, big fella. And at that point, you'll see a little string of text come across this parchment. It says, "The Ageless One sends his regards," and a rather large rock appears in the sky. It's off in the distance. It looks like a separate moon falling, but it gets larger and larger. somebody's bringing a rock down on the whole place, Roadrunner style. I think it's time for us to make our egress. What do you think?
How did I know this was going to happen? Let's do it.
Someone rushes in towards the booth that you two are in, at which point Serp pulls out a hand crossbow, shoots it towards the target, and you'll see that as it lands in their chest, fire spreads out, consumes them, and they fall to ash. Unexpected casualty, key move. A couple of folks are also making their way towards, at which point they realize Serp seems to be hostile, and they're looking over towards yourself as well. Someone throws a hand axe towards you. What's your AC?
24.
That'll be a miss. It flies just behind your ear. You're a ding, ding, ding as it makes its way into the booth. Would you like to draw a weapon?
Yes.
The Loxodon in front of you is running forward with what looks to be a falchion. What weapon are you drawing?
My Holy Avenger.
Holy Avenger. Holy shit. They have never seen anything so decadent and don't know to fear it. What would you like to do to them?
Swing.
Swing. All right.
Let's chop.
Give me a roll to hit.
That's a 22 to hit.
22 to hit. Holy shit. Let's see some damage.
What my vibe with these Loxodon is indentured servitude or indentured servants, or are they active participants in in a tiered system of the shittiest at the top, lower down shit?
This seems to be a group of folks that were homeschooled to the point where they wanted to do their best impression of a Nerf gun box model. Or the kids modeling for Nerf guns.
I'm going to make an example out of this one. This will be maximum level smite for my dude here, which will be 7d8 plus 8.
See the damage on that.
Uh, 55 points of damage.
There's a spray against the back wall. Serp will grab onto one of the servers, bringing in grapes, and point the hand crossbow towards their temple. Anybody makes a sudden move, and Trixie over here gets it. My name's not Trixie. Sorry, force of habit. I knew a gal. At which point, they're making their way out. He's bringing you as well, making his way towards an exit. He's going to snap a finger, at which point you two will disappear and reappear 30 feet closer to your intended destination. He seems to be doing this every couple of moments. I think there might be some limitations to where he can teleport here. At that point, we're going to pan over towards the folks with the sword. You've grabbed onto the sword and set off a big-ass alarm. The door behind you swings open.
I teleport.
You successfully teleport back. Can you bring someone with you?
Yeah. It's the teleport spell. What I need you to do is roll a D100.
That's a 72.
72 will be off target. Off target is it's the second best you could get. There's similar area mishap and off target and then on target. So
you're like a football field away.
All right.
Good. Nicely done.
You feel like you've just successfully waltzed your way into a port key, quite a lot like Robert Pattinson's character in Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
If I recall, that did not end well.
Didn't, but
My boy.
if you guys haven't seen Robert Pattinson's Delusions posting on Facebook, it's one of the best fucking Facebook groups ever.
It is very funny.
Everybody fucks around. Nobody hates Robert Pattinson. It's not cyberbullying. Everybody just kind of has fun with this man's career,
Quite
and
the
he doesn't take it
opposite,
too seriously. Yeah.
Robert Pattinson's pretty chill about the whole thing. He's like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's like grade A stuff. Recommend it. It's top tier meme culture. But you'll successfully teleport your way back over. Now we're looking towards the folks in the slave containment area. You'll see that there's a couple of folks making their way out of looks to be an area opening towards where the stands are. You'll see that there's a rather dark complected tiefling man with deep red skin holding a pistol or hand crossbow towards a server's head, and you'll see that another person by the name of Bert is holding a sword that looks to have already bloodied someone. Everyone's giving them a rather wide berth. They seem to be able to walk their way through calmly. However, the shit has already hit the fan where you are at. You are looking at folks that are getting stabbed, folks that are getting bludgeoned, shots are going left and right. This looks to be pandemonium. However, you'll note that your mission was a recovery mission. Can I see an insight check from whoever might be interested?
Oh, yeah.
Don't drop metal dice.
19.
22. Yeah, I did that too. I've also done that with my metal D4 before. That's fun.
Never fun.
Sorry, was that a 19 that I heard?
Yeah.
And then 22.
22? These folks seem to be in a mob mentality. You think they might need a leader.
The
Oh, I'm
ones
not there.
rebelling.
I'm not there. That doesn't count. Hold on. Sorry.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute.
This is for the folks in the slave containment area. There's a mob mentality taken over here. You think they need a leader, someone to give them a call to action.
I
Okay.
will.
You have a
21.
thing?
Yep.
Go for it.
I will go ahead and just like start like first thing I actually will do is whistle and summon Fizzy, the Drake, and point at one of the Loxodons nearby with the little stick. Point at the stick and go, fetch.
Fetch has happened.
Yep.
You receive a staff of lightning.
Oh, nice. All right. And basically, I will go ahead and step up. Performance. Not my best, but I got an 18. Basically, like, step up and be like, now is the time to, like, stand with me and charge and get those guys. And he is much more eloquent and well-spoken than what I just was.
Is he? I thought
But
he was.
he will step up and like start trying to lead them. And if he has a chance to see that there's a giant rock coming towards us, he will basically lead them. We're not here to fight. We're here to get the fuck out.
The containment area that you're in is covered, so you will not have that view of the sky. That said, you have gained the favor of at least one passerby as the white-furred Leonin looks towards you with approval, holds up the falchion and says, "Oh, freedom!" And then it does the whole thing without Mel Gibson's anti-Semitism. He looks to you with a level of respect and a nod, the likes of which only Jeremiah Johnson could properly capture. He looks to you and says, "Follow this leader!" And where would you like to take them?
Straight out.
Straight out it is.
Well, we are. Our purpose was to get them out of here.
How
It's at
far?
this-
Sorry, how far away are Serp and Bert?
Only about 100 feet now. They teleport and are now 50 feet away. Serp seems to be gaining a bit more power as he's exiting what this gladiator arena has got going on there. For Bert's curiosity, you think there might have been something anti-magic going on there.
Okay. Do you know if I can cast Vortex Warp on myself?
That's a great question. I'm gonna fucking look that spell up.
You magically twist the space around another creature. Okay, I guess not. Never mind. It specifically says another creature. All right. Cool. What's the one that makes me move fast? Expeditious retreat?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll do that and get out of here.
As you cast Expeditious Retreat on yourself, you bump into a rather burly-looking Warforged gentleman who looks over to you with a quizzical look. Oh, hello, my name's Cornelius. Have we met?
We have not, but you gotta get out of here, buddy. We're all
Oh,
running.
Oh, please, lead the way.
Yeah, I bring him with me.
All right. He's going to hold onto your shoulder. As one of the Loxodon guards gets close, you'll see that his right arm turns into a blade and goes through that person's head at speed.
Huh. Cool.
Oh, sorry. I meant to push them away.
No, that's fine. It works. Come on.
Cornelius will follow. There's a more aggressive hustling and bustling, at which point everyone is now outside. You're able to run your way back over towards this portal, at which point you'll see that there are displacer beasts exiting. There's a group of slaves that are making their way towards you. They are now freed folks making their way towards this portal, as they have been so led by their leader, Garrick. The portal is opened as Serp's eyes glow a more aggressive yellow. His feet leave the ground and wind begins to swirl around him. His hands point upwards towards the sky, and he looks back towards his pursuers and mutters something under his breath. A row of fire emerges from the ground, at which point you'll see it grows into a rather high wall. The folks behind are stopped. This rather large rock in the sky finally crashes into the building behind you all. And there's a thud, many screams and terrified yells. Folks seem to be varying states of agony inside of here. That said, for the folks that either owned or showed up to behold slaves, they got what was coming to them. All you guys know is that you made your way out with a great crew of folks in tow. You will, after going through this portal, reappear on the other side in the middle of town in Arrowknee. There is a large box that makes its way in with you. You'll see that this box seems to have been carried by the gentleman Cornelius. The Serp has taken the liberty of pouring a little potion onto it to expand it, but he says, "Oh, my name's Cornelius. Have we met?" Yeah, that's mine. He takes the box, pours it out, throws it over towards the side, and this box expands with a rather large, sizable amount of gold inside. Always helps to have a man on the inside. He winks to the group. Inside of this box, you'll note, is 5,000 gold.
Ooh, that's a lot.
At that point, Serp is going to look over towards the folks that nabbed the sword. He is going to insist on taking it back.
Yeah, I suppose here you are.
Yeah, go ahead, man. As long as you pay us, right?
Are there any notable details about this sword that should be put to memory?
Seems to have been made by a gentleman named Pops. It is named the Godslayer.
And Serp now possesses it.
Correct.
Idea.
Sword's probably worth like 100,000 gold from what I'm getting off of it. So I think with that, that'll be half. You give us 50,000. There's 5 of us, 10,000 each. Easy peasy, good to go.
About, I don't split any of that gold with you, and we don't value this sword.
Yeah, I kind of value the sword though, and what you said was an even 50-50 split, remember?
Well, I should have made you sign with your own blood then. At that point, he disappears.
Fuck. I'll get that fucking sword back from him, guys. Just wait.
At that point, I'm going to end tonight's game here. I hope everyone had a wonderful time. Please make sure to stay safe. Have a wonderful evening. May your next roll be a natural 20.
Yeah.